guys.
Yeah. Hey. I thought I was gonna do a bit where I was gonna have a funny thing to say, but the second I started to record, I immediately became tired and I regret doing this today. I will tell you what.
Let everyone know.
My day at work
shit.
was hell
Mine was yesterday too.
because it was so fucking hot. Like the last 6 hours, which is most of it, was just scorching, and it was.
My area only has fans and people like generally don't plug them in, so it's actually horrendous.
Oh my god! I
have a lot of work.
It was barely stable with even fans at my place.
I think I just wanted to start with like the story. So
hang on.
Yes.
We have something to do first.
What?
The
I'm gonna talk about it.
Okay. Well, okay. What if I introduce it? Right.
Okay.
This is only gonna take like 30 seconds.
Okay.
So Jake has been so kind as to getting me Starbucks.
First time ever.
Yeah, this is my first time having Starbucks. So the thing I'm gonna be eating is the bacon sausage wrap. It's warm, even though it's been in his fridge for
an hour probably.
An hour, yeah.
I was very worried that your drink, which you will say. But Matt's drink is a strawberry acai lemonade refresher.
Wow, how the fuck did you remember that? I just looked at it and I forgot it already. Okay, so I'm gonna try the food first because my taste buds are weird, and if I try this first, I will not feel like this at all.
I'm very glad that this wasn't as like I thought all the ice would melt because I was also waiting for my grandparents to pick me up for like a while.
All right.
I've never had their hot food, so go nuts.
This might take 2 minutes.
To chew?
Yeah.
Very chewy.
So obviously, it's the first bite. 80% of the thing I bit into was the bread. Yeah.
I figured looking at it.
From that first bite, I would have to say 0 out of 10. But very bland. But as for my second bite,
yeah, I think once you probably bite more, you'll get more of the egg.
We have the egg, we have the bacon.
Yep.
The whatever else is inside this jerky, it looks like, right? Jerky? Should be. That looks like jerky, right? Whatever it is, I'm gonna bite it. Alright. Okay. That is certainly a taste. Just so you're aware, I am in the minority when it comes to bacon.
Yeah.
I do not like bacon.
I don't either. I'm not a fan of it either.
Yeah.
You're okay. So.
Actually, I'm not a fan of I'm a fan of chewy bacon, you know, the soft, but I don't like it when it's hard.
Like crispy, yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Uh-oh. Did you get an aftertaste?
No, the bacon.
Oh, the bacon?
Yeah.
Is it the crispy bacon?
It seems like it. Is this...
You probably put it in the microwave, made it even more crispy.
It's the kind of bacon where it's just like, you know... It doesn't have any taste. Maybe that's just bacon for me. It just... Yeah, it doesn't have taste or like it has too much taste. Anyways, hopefully the drink can save us.
It looks. Yours came out first, and I was like, man, that actually looks fucking good.
You should. Okay. I'll be as honest as possible. I mean, obviously.
Remember you? Oh! I have to think. Matt customized his to have an extra scoop of strawberries in it. If you remember, you doing that.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant, but it looks like a fucking.
I thought it would be like a lot, but it doesn't look like a lot.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay.
Okay.
No, that's actually kind of good.
Really?
Yeah.
Good shit.
Like
Not too watery, because like I.
No, not at all. The
Yeah, it's like
perfect amount of
I like
strawberries.
because I knew if we were gonna record, I had to pronounce what the acai is, like how it's pronounced and stuff, and what it is.
Yeah.
It's categorized as a superfood, and it comes from like the Brazilian rainforest.
Okay.
And it can help with like health, so maybe it can probably help with your fever.
All right.
So you made a right decision
help
ahead
me
of
battle
time.
my depression. Yeah. Yeah, I would recommend it. It's definitely juicy.
So that is just for everyone at home who wants to order mess Starbucks order. It's a strawberry acai lemonade refresher and 2 scoops of strawberry.
Yes.
Which is probably added in there for probably the flavor or whatever.
Yeah.
But
let me take another sip. It tastes similar to a high C.
High C?
Yeah. That's the best I can put it.
Yeah.
McDonald's high C.
I'll tell you about what it was. So when I went, I was like nervous because I was like, oh man, because I have to walk down like maybe a few flights of stairs, and I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna? Because I was probably gonna get a tray or something, but as soon as I walked in there, it was packed, and I was like, this is why I don't go on a Friday, because it's packed.
Oh, and when you went to Starbucks?
Yeah, it was packed. And then in the corner of the coworkers were having a party too, for one of the coworkers. So it was like pandemonium. I was like, I might be, since I'm ordering 4 things, it might be a while. So I was like, but yours came out first. And
whoa, that almost just sounded like you said the N-word.
Really?
Yeah. It literally sounded like you said the hard R just now.
Whoops.
You're gonna watch the 8th minute of this video, this podcast. You're gonna hear what you said, and you're gonna be like, whoa.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that's just my grandparents speaking. Holy shit.
I channeled my grandparents for that one sentence. But yeah. I was gonna ask for a tray, but then I was like, you know what? I think I'll be okay. It didn't look like too intimidating carrying me. I went down the stairs fine, but I was leaving, I noticed I was dressed in all black in my gym clothes. And I noticed, so it wasn't your drink, but my drink. Mine has whipped cream on it, and it just sometimes when they put in like the lid in first and then put the whipped cream inside, and it just leaked out, and it got all over my clothes, all over my gloves. I was like, what the fuck?
It looks like I just came myself.
Yeah.
Not again.
So I was like, man, I shouldn't have got a tray, but yeah. So then like it was just waiting because I was carrying someone, but my body felt so weird because I was holding on to cold drinks, but then I was also holding on to your warm wrap, so my body, whoa, and I almost died for a second there.
I love when that happens, when your chair just goes like, woo! It just swings you back.
Your death experience stuff.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, so it was like the combination of like, it felt so weird. So I was just waiting to get picked up, and then my grandfather had to help me get everything in. I did drop, like I told you off camera, I did drop your wrap, but it didn't fall out of the bag or anything, so it's all good. It didn't like get mushed or anything.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna pay you for it because I'll feel even shitty if I don't. But I am not going to probably take another bite because of the
That's-
bacon.
Yeah, that's fine.
By the way, how much is it?
It was 22.
22.
I also have to leave a tip, and before anyone says this Starbucks is in a mall, so because I know people, I don't know why people are so shitty about like, oh my god, I can't believe they ask for a tip, and all they do is shove an iPad in my face, like mine's not out of I can't even leave a tip on it.
Is that adding people?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to find you.
Oh. Yeah, it was.
What the hell?
I don't know why I won't. It was like $22.
Okay. I completely forgot.
I in my opinion, extremely overpriced. Like $20 can probably get you like dinner at like a dinner for like maybe like 2 to 3 people at Wendy's.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just gonna do it later because I forgot how Venmo works completely.
So yeah, I put all your stuff in the fridge, but so here's another thing that happened. I was on my way here. Completely, I opened the door. I saw a car pull in, and I was like, okay, it's my dad. I'll just tell him I'm coming here, and But imagine my surprise when there's a guy standing in front of my door. It's Domino's.
Yeah.
So he sees me leaving, and he's like, "Oh, I have a order." I was like, okay." And he's like, "This is your address?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like,
I live here. That's true.
Yeah. So he hands me like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And you draw my food the second time.
No, I did. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I was scared. I was like, oh my god, now I have to like go back in the house, leave the pizza, and then come back here, then come here. And I was like, what the, like they ordered and they didn't tell me. No one would have texted me being like, can you look out for like Domino? Like nobody told me.
Yeah, it might be like that, I guess.
I was not, and I wasn't even prepared to socialize either.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I was also scared, like, oh shit, am I gonna have to? I'm like, dude, I don't carry cash on me. Am I gonna have to pay for this too?
Yeah.
But no, fortunately, it was already paid for. But I was like, oh my god.
Were your parents home?
No, no one was home.
Oh shit.
It was just me. So I didn't expect, because it looked like my dad's car. But then when I came outside, I saw the wheels were like black, and I was like, wait a minute, something ain't right here.
Yeah.
Then I saw him. No, it started off. He didn't say a word. He just hands me a 2-liter Sprite. Like the big bottle of Sprite. I was like, oh, okay.
Imagine like his surprise when he just
and I'm like leaving,
holding food, and drinks, just walking us out of his house.
Yeah, and he was like, "Can you carry him?" Like, yeah, just 1 second. I was
like, I wondered if it even crossed his mind of like, this is the wrong address? There's no way I got this address right.
It's like I've had that happen with like pizza places when they would order like separately, and then like the delivery drivers would come in at the same time. It's happened. It happens. It's hilarious. But yeah, that was very awkward.
Yeah.
You like they could have just told me, and I would have been like, okay, I'll keep on the lookout.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Starbucks today.
That'd be a yikes.
Yeah, and then I got a work story. Wednesday night. Was just gonna leave soon, and I don't even like know how to explain how this happened, but I was just doing my work, my own business, and then I hear one of my coworkers. He's Hispanic, but he's also very like flamboyantly gay.
Yeah.
So I hear him scream, and I'm like, what? I turn, and a fucking big ass pigeon flies through our entire work area out of nowhere. Like, and I was like, what the fuck? Like a fucking giant bird.
Yeah.
flies in, and I was like, what? I was like,
I mean, probably just flew or walked through the door. I think you're judgmental. Maybe that bird was there on its first day, and it's just clocking in.
I was naturally like, I'm like terrified of flying shit, so like, I like I didn't hide completely on, but I kind of hid under the conveyor, like not like all the way, but like just a bit to see like what was going on. And I was like, but like it was like flying at such a low height too. Like if it like such a low height that if it like turned into my direction, it could literally ram into my face and probably kill me.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Then I was like fearful for like the rest of that night that bird would come back and like scare the shit out of me or something.
Like during your shift when you were there?
When I was like leaving.
Oh. Yeah, they probably killed it.
It like no, but like it's like it didn't like it had like no like there was like no room for it to like go anywhere. So it literally just like spawned out of existence and just wanted to fuck with everybody.
How small is your work area? Like, are you talking about like?
Tight. It's kind of tight.
Are you talking about like your entire like floor, like your warehouse floor? Or?
But my area specifically, like, there's no like high. Where I am, there's like no. It has a very low ceiling. Like it's a big area, but there's like a low ceiling. So, and like from the direction it was coming, so like the middle, like there's like two sides, and like the middle's like the conveyor. Like it flew across the entire like conveyor.
Oh.
And I was on one side, and there were people like, so like I literally, and then like on the other side, there's like another for the other area. There's like another conveyor, but like I said, it really. I have no idea how a bird would like come out of that direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pretty.
That's wild.
That was like in like all my years of working there. That's never happened before.
Oh yeah. I would imagine.
I have seen mice before, but pigeons, big pigeons, or what? I don't even know. Could have been a bat for I know. I was too busy. Like, no. If it was a bat, I would have like left early. I would have been like, nope, goodbye, nope. But yeah, but Thursday was also pretty crappy because I was already kind of in a crappy mood because I don't like coming in on Thursday. So for context of like I don't work Thursdays, but for Memorial Day, my work is very weird with like because of like supplies and demand and stuff. I guess so. We have the day before a holiday off, and then we have to go in on a weekend to make it up of us missing a work day.
Cool.
So I was in a crappy mood, but I was also in a very I was feeling also very tense because I was messaging my friend, and she I was kind of like trying to vent with her and like kind of talk to her and stuff, and then I saw she texted me in the morning, so I was like, okay, when I get into work, I'll see what she sent me, and she wrote, and my heart literally just sank. She was like, because I was like trying to like express like some like because of like not seeing her, and you've probably had this too, where you're like, kind of hurt about it.
Like, for not seeing, hanging out with someone.
Yeah, like you know what I'm talking.
Dozens
like,
of times.
Where it's like like, because it's like when it happens like so much that you start to just your mind starts to go like, okay, is it actually just me now? Because she like literally went like traveled out of state with a bunch of friends. Or maybe just her friend for like the week, like Memorial Day weekend, and I was like, okay. So I was like, maybe it was just me. And then when I saw her message, she wrote, and I like my heart like fucking sank to my chest. She wrote, and I quote, "Nah, I didn't think you thought of me so horribly." And I was like, shit, what have I done? I was like, fuck. I was like. So I like frantically was like texting her back, like apologizing and shit. And when I was in work, I was like tensed up. I was like I was so tensed up. I did something I would never do, and I literally left to go to the bathroom, and all I did was just look on my phone to see if she texted me back, because I was like so like anxious.
Yeah,
I was like, I think we're good. I think we're
Yeah.
but it's because it's so weird because it's like when you're texting, like you can't tell someone's tone.
Yeah.
Like because I took that tone as like something like really serious, like like I can't believe you think of me so horribly or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh my fucking.
Yeah, it could be anything, I guess.
I was like, shit. No, but she said it was fine, but that was rough because I was literally watching the clock constantly for me to go on break so I can just so I can look at my phone to see if she texted me back to make sure everything was okay. I was like, it was really plus with the heat. It was like that last day was agonizing. I'm so glad I have a 5-day weekend next, not a few days.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You got any other work stories all around the subject?
Before I get to mine, I should say that I kind of relate to that, where it didn't happen at the current place I'm at, but I remember back in 2020, hopefully they don't fucking watch this or listen to this. I doubt they will, but it was, you know who, I was with during the pandemic. And I texted them. By the way, we're on good terms now. We talked.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought she said a bunch of bad stuff about you.
At some point, I just stopped giving a shit. And I was just like, hey, do you want to stop?
She unfollowed me on Instagram while you guys were together for no reason.
Yeah,
she didn't want it.
She did that for some reason, but yeah, I don't know. It's in the past now. Sometimes I think about, stuff in that time period. I'm just like, why did I not do anything else differently? I wish I said things differently. But yeah. But I remember I was at the clothing store in the mall, and before I went in, I remember because obviously that was the week that everything shut down.
Oh yeah.
And I was just I could not decide on when to tell her, hey, I love you, please date me. So pretty much what I did was I put a bunch of random dates in the wheel name spinner, and what I did was I spun the wheel until there was 1 day left.
Was that? I'm guessing those dates were the day you were gonna tell her.
Yeah. And I even did the time of day: morning, afternoon, night. and it landed on March 12th in the morning. The time of day when everything virtually shut down.
Yeah.
So I just remember that day in in the morning entirely, where I just was just texting her, hey, I like you, please date me, you don't have a choice. I didn't say that, but I was yeah, so do you want to date? And then I for the rest of my shift, it was 4 hours, I think, I just was so on edge,
jittery.
Yeah, I was because
I'm working right now, but I can't check my phone right now.
I don't remember if I had internet connection. I think I saw. If I did, I definitely did see her respond at some point. But I was just I'm just going to save it for when I'm at home.
Yeah.
And pretty much what happened was I just kept working, and I'm out of blank right now. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was so on edge though. I don't know if you have this, but when I'm nervous, awaiting something, my starvation peaks. But my I don't know how to describe it. I guess
I get lightheaded.
Whenever I get nervous or anxious a lot, more so the more I am like that, I feel hungry, but I'm unable to eat. So like I will be like starving, but like I cannot eat at all. And that's exactly like how it was.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just me. Anytime I'm
that
like
is
that, though.
big thing to ask. So.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The reason I was like that, like I never experienced that with like my first two girlfriends when I asked them, because like the reason why I was like that with her was because like she came and like we met like during like the best year of my life, and we automatically became like good friends right off the bat, and very nostalgic memories, and all that said, so yeah, it meant a big deal. And I went home, I opened the message, and it was like, no, thank you. Like, not mean, but like she was just like, oh, thank you for saying that, but unfortunately I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I was like, okay. And then like a few days later she's like, you know what, never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah. And then we were happy for like a month after that, and then shit happened, and eventually, like,
is this like very recently that you guys like like how recently are we talking here?
We started talking slowly again in January, like as friends. We talked a little bit last year, but like January was when we started talking slowly, and then last month we talked a lot on Twitter, and then at some point she was like, by the way, I unblocked you on Discord, and I was like, okay, I'll talk to you there at some point. And yeah, we talk like every couple of days. But yeah, but one of the other reasons why I want to bring it up is because my personality has changed so much that, like, how I am with like people I'm close to, where it's just like I will be an asshole, but that's only because I love you or like you as a person, and I know that like I feel we're close enough that I can be an ass because that's how I show love to people. Yeah, love. I'm like that with everyone I am close with.
That's also a thing where it's like, I'm not trying to point this at, I'm not trying to say this is what you do, but some people just take that just as an excuse to be an asshole. Like, well, I'm just doing it out of love.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. Because sometimes, like, I am just an asshole to people I don't like in general. So you will really never... I don't think, like, any other person will ever know, like, does he like me or does he hate me? Like, which is it? Because, like, if he does the same thing with, like, people he likes and doesn't like, then how does that make sense? So it's just, like, definitely confusing. But yeah, I've been like that for a couple of years now, at the very least, where it's weird to think about, because like I don't know if it's anything like that's rooted in my childhood, because like I was never really able to show. I never really knew how to like.
There's probably a mental health app you can like look, because I get ads for like that. I want to do that. Talk about like you can fill out like the questionnaire and like not give you like a diagnosis, but give you like some semblance of an idea of like what.
Yeah.
Like what? So you could and I know there's like childhood like trauma and probably love language and stuff.
Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah. I'm curious about mine, so.
Yeah. We should do that for a video.
A video. Our mental health.
But yeah, I think it's because I never knew how to like show like genuine like affection or like thankfulness as a kid. Because like I always find it awkward, so like the way I do it is just like I will be a tremendous asshole.
So is you being an asshole like your love language?
Pretty much, yeah. Like that.
I remember I posted something Like it had a list, and I don't know if yours is on it, but it had like a list, and it tells you like it wasn't like a reliable like, but it was like kind of, but it said like like what your love language is, and then like why, like kind of like the contrast as to why.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that, and then I was like, I read a lot of them. Like, well, I guess I'm multilingual then.
Multilingual.
Yeah, because multiple languages.
Yeah.
Because I have probably most of them. Let's
Jeez.
try to find it.
But yeah, no, just like in terms of her and just like other people, like what you said, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm scared that like I will say like something as a joke, and just like in a loving manner, right, or a joking manner, and them just like being like, oh, okay, I see how it is,
Yeah.
and then just like getting mad at me. Like, I don't want to deal with that. I've already had to deal with that like multiple times in the past couple of years, and it's
Okay,
very
I
annoying.
found it. It was the post was like, I was watching a TikTok about the 5 love languages, and they said whatever your main love language is you do the opposite. So if you like words of affirmation, that means you have negative internal dialogue. If you do acts of service, you have a messy home and you have undone chores. If you like to give out gifts, not feeling worthy of treating yourself to new things. If you like quality time, you're pretty much isolated. True.
Yeah.
Physical touch, you avoid human interaction. Which, yeah, I can see that.
I mean, I relate to all of these, so
Yeah, I guess we're both like multilingual.
Yeah.
we both speak. We have multiple love languages.
Yeah. Maybe not the gifts, because I'm so terrible at giving gifts, and I always feel bad for it. Like, I am extremely infamous when it comes to giving people gifts and people giving me gifts back. Like, I remember at some point I did a Secret Santa, and I was the only one who didn't give someone a gift. Connor was a part of that group, and he's like, Matt, are you serious? You're supposed to give him a gift. He gave you the fucking, what's that fucking movie? That British, no,
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers, yeah. He gave
Oh my God.
he gave me that
We need to do
trilogy.
that. We need to.
I'm pretty sure it's in my old room somewhere upstairs.
Oh my God.
And then we can watch it at some point. We can have a group
it's on
session.
Netflix too.
We can have a group session.
Oh, watching that shit with a group would be fucking amazing. Fucking peak series.
I haven't watched it. I got those movie discs in 2014, and I still haven't opened them at all.
It's okay. I literally have a lot of unopened DVDs and Blu-rays because I was using my PS4 as my Blu-ray DVD player because I don't. But then I got a digital PS5, so I can't like do discs anymore. So I was like, well, there goes buying all those Blu-rays and physical media for nothing. Because I can't watch movies now. So I've been like I want to get a portable Blu-ray player so I can like even like for like if I have to travel or if I'm at home and I have nothing to do and I'm like, you know what, I want to watch a movie, but I want to crank out a DVD, and I was like, you know what, I'll just sit back.
I remember way back in the day, my parents had this portable.
Oh,
TV.
I had one. Portable TV. Oh shit.
Not like it's actual TV, but like a portable DVD disc.
Yeah, it's a portable
movie
DVD
player. Yeah, and we brought it in the car a lot on road trips.
One of my mom's old car had like TV screens on like as a kid this blew my fucking mind, but like it had like so it's like, you know, the front seat, and then like on the other side, so like
they had
it had a screen on it.
Yeah.
That you could like put a DVD in, and I was like,
I remember seeing that, and like I wanted my parents to just buy one of those cars randomly out of nowhere. Like, can you please do that? Can you please buy one of those cars? I also had a fascination for minivans.
Yeah, I think it was a van. Because it had, I think, 2 back seats, 2 or 3 back seats.
Yeah. Is it weird that, like, even still nowadays, I have a fascination for the sliding door minivans?
I don't really see those much anymore.
I miss them a lot.
That's actually crazy because I remember I literally saw a post maybe last night or the day before that I literally said like I haven't seen a minivan in a while. Like where did we go wrong?
Like, I've only been inside one like once or twice, and the first time I ever went inside one, I automatically fell in love with it because I was with one of my sisters and her friend and her sister, and I just remember going inside the minivan. Even though they had less children than us, there's only like 2 of them, as opposed to 3 of us, and they had a minivan for some reason. But I just went in the back seat, and I was just like looking around, like, oh my god, I'm in the 3rd seat. I'm in the 3rd row of a car.
Yeah.
And like, there's no like door next to it, so you're just trapped. But like, I found that cool, you know. It was so cool to me for no reason. And then I don't think I've been in one since. Maybe I have. But I've just always wanted a minivan because like I always want that experience of just like I think it's because I am more the merrier person, and when I see like cars with like more than 5 seats, I'm just like, that's a good road trip vehicle for like when you want your friends with you. Like a lot of you.
What I would do if I like got a minivan and I drove and I got me, the first thing I'm doing is I would either like I would get someone like spray painted to be the mystery machine from Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Like I would be like, I don't give a fuck when anyone says I'm driving the mystery machine, you fucking bitch.
Yeah. You gotta get those like window decal things.
Yeah.
Put part of it on the window. Oh my god.
My confidence would go like skyrocket.
Goddamn. I would I hope for the future in FGC we get like a minivan.
The FGC van.
The FGC mobile. The dark blue, obviously. And if it doesn't come in dark blue, we'll spray paint it dark blue. Chroma.
That would be a hilarious vlog.
Yeah.
Us doing it ourselves and it looks like shit.
But yeah.
Like someone poorly like spray painting like FGC and not using like a decal.
The letters are just horribly unmatched. Like it's a big F and a big G, but like a small C. Like who did this? Who did the C? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's like the fucking loaded diaper van.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, you should do loaded diaper. But no, I want to get a van like that for FTC, and then we can travel to places as a group. Buy a driver, make them drive us around. You know, it'd be cool. It'd be fun, in my opinion. We can go camping, do shit, vlog or whatever. It'd be cool. But yeah, that's just my weird obsession with minivans. I've had it since I was like 8 or 9, 10, something like that. I can tell I'm bugging. I'll just move on to the book story. So yeah. This past week, only this one week, and it only has 2 days. Tuesday, I go back to work after Memorial Day, and nothing really happens. The only
You don't have to come in tomorrow, fucking lucky bastard.
Yeah.
Or
The only like thing that happened between me and either of the girls was I was just walking down this aisle in my area, and I just see to the right of me Alyssa, and
she's the one that Gup chose.
Yeah, I just
that means when you guys get married, he's got to be like the officiant.
He's gonna be dead. He's gonna be dead by then.
You're gonna have to like taxidermy him. Yeah.
Hey, it's Gup. It's Gup, guys. Just like all this fucking lint and dirt on him.
The stuffed corpse.
It's a stuffed corpse. It's a stuffed corpse of my best friend ever. Look.
Yeah, I know people do that with their pets. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Really
that's always something. I've probably talked about that, how I'm so morbidly afraid of taxidermy shit.
Yeah, taxidermy is kind of weird. In my
it's just
opinion.
so like, I don't mean like derail from your story. I'll just be brief about it. But like anything with like whether it's taxidermy or like museum display stuff, it just freaks me the fuck out. I like literally go into fight or flight. Like I remember, there's like a museum in our area, and I remember like just I was absolutely like I was maybe 11 or so. I was absolutely fucking livid. Like I wanted to go home like so badly, and I remember, we went with my grandmother, and my mom wanted us to take a picture behind the black bear display, and you could literally, and she had this as her wallpaper for like ever. You can clearly see me doing like that, like have you seen the meme from that movie like Pro with like that crying smile? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like while the credits are rolling, that was me. Like you could tell I was absolutely like ready to like just start like crying. Like I was like terrified.
Damn.
And like I don't know how I do now, but when we went on that New York trip, when we went to the museum, I remember I wanted to get a picture of, because I was doing okay, but then when I wanted to get a picture of like the grizzly bear display, as soon as I walked in the room, I literally like I felt like anxiety. It's so like I can't explain it, and there's like not like a fear like name for it, like there's no phobia name, but it's just like every time I am absolutely like in a panic, and I can't explain why. And I know it's probably like, well, you're probably just thinking they'll come to life or something, but I don't know. And I remember having nightmares about this like shit too, like not about them coming to life, just being like in a room just full of those displays. Yeah. And I remember I saw, you probably might have seen this video, but there was this video on YouTube. It was like images of places you've seen in your dreams, and really one of them was one I've had, like a blank white room with a bunch of like animal like taxidermy displays. Shit. I was like, yeah, I've had that a lot. It like freaks me the fuck out. And and back to like the museum, there was one with like lions, and like one of them was like so close to my face, I was about to like scream. Like I was like, and like it's just there's something, but it's something just like it feels like my brain is like process, like my brain just thinks they're real and like is activating fight or flight. Yeah. Like it's not like, oh, you think they'll come alive. My brain just thinks they're like actual animals, and I'm like fucking like I need to activate fight or flight like right now. Yeah. Like this like, and I remember when I would go to my relatives up in out of state, they're hunters, so every time, and since it was like a long drive, we would have to stay overnight, and every time I would sleep at their house, I would say, can you guys like take down the deer head? There was that, like, can you guys like take down the deer head from your wall, because I don't want to, because I'm already gonna have trouble sleeping because I'm sleeping on the couch, but I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night to a fucking deer head staring at me. Yeah. Like it might be a fucking skinwalker or something for all I care. Like, can you take that down, please? Yeah, I hate taxidermy stuff too in general. It's like there's like something just like, and it's also just very morbid too. Like it's just like I can but when you just like do it, like I don't mean like this. If you hunt for food, that's fine. But if you're doing it for like game hunting and just like stuff their corpses to like display, like look at this thing I just killed. I'm so fucking cool. Like I'm like what? Why?
Yeah. I don't really enjoy that stuff either.
So back to your story.
Yes.
What's
Yeah. Pretty much what happened was I was walking down and I was facing in her direction. She was facing in mine. And I would say I'm not at all good with degrees, like to give like a perspective, but like I would say like so you just stare straight on, and then to the right is like a right angle, like 90 degrees or whatever. I would say like in the middle of that, maybe a little bit to the left of that. She was in that direction, and I just started staring. Not staring. I just so happened to look in her direction because like I noticed she was there, and I just saw her like side eyeing in my area. I also side eye them, but like it's different when they side eye me. That means they're into me. And basically I was just like, okay, goddamn, and
she asks you out, and you go like, so what was your decision to ask me? She said, I had a dream about a rabbit telling me to do so.
this strange white rabbit came up to me,
white rabbit,
and started humping my foot. And I was like, then in that dream I knew it was you.
He's up in her foot, making direct eye contact, and he just keeps saying, choose Matt, choose Matt, choose Matt.
So fucking weird. So fucking weird. Just in a demon voice, choose Matt, choose Matt. It's just a normal dream for her, so she's like, okay, sure, whatever. Fine, whatever, I guess. Whatever, sure.
I love those memes where it's like my friends always have dreams about like their crush liking them, but it's like my dreams. It's like the most random like shit.
Yeah.
My favorite one's like the cow shark being like, the blood moon is upon us, my brother.
Oh, I should tell my dreams in a future podcast at some point. Anyways,
you probably write them down. Probably.
I do write them down, but I just
my friend did that.
Yeah.
She would tell me. She would like write them all down, and she would tell me that. I'm like,
yeah. So that was the only thing that happened Tuesday. Obviously Wednesday and Thursday I was dealing with the worst pain imaginable that any human has ever felt, a typical cold, and I was bedridden. I couldn't get out of bed.
oh shit.
The only time I got out of bed was to take a shower, and I'll tell you what.
You didn't go to work?
No.
Oh damn. Is that the first time you like had to like not go to work?
No, the first time I missed like a day at my current job was I had COVID, but I didn't know I had COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that happened with me too. That I didn't know.
But yeah, this was the second time I missed work, in a week span. That doesn't even make any sense. I don't feel like explaining it in any other way. But yeah, so I had a headache. My eyes felt like fucking weights, like the heaviest thing ever. And Tuesday actually, I had a fucking like horrible fucking stomach ache the entire day. Like, I remember going into work, everything was normal, and the second I went to the bathroom at like 7 a.m., I just had this fucking sharp pain in my stomach, area, and it was just like a stomach ache, and I was just like, all right, this is funny. This is funny, body, but stop. Come on. And it didn't stop. And then it was an hour later, I was like, okay, this has to end at some point. And then at some point, it did stop after, like, for a few minutes, but then it went up again. And then it got worse. And then it kind of plateaued in, like, the last 2 hours. So it was just hell. And then, yeah, so the next day I had, I don't want to, I don't want to make it seem like anything, like, that it isn't, but, like, I did have heart pains, and I went to work today saying, like, oh yeah, I had a heart trouble, trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm tough, you know, but yeah, today I went to work Friday, and the first thing I noticed, I have it all written down on my phone this time because I haven't put it in my journal yet. But let me see. I wrote a lot. I write what okay, so what I do is I write down like notes of like what happens throughout my day at work on my notes thing on my phone. When I open it up every time after work and see how many lines there are and how many times I have to scroll from top to bottom, it just pains me. Like, look at this. I have to write all this down in my journal. It's pain. So yeah, the first thing that happened in work today wasn't even related to one of the girls. It's related to Marco.
Uh-oh.
And Alan came up to me. Now, since this is Alan, it might not be true. I think he just says stupid shit sometimes to get a reaction out of people. But if this is true, this is probably like the weirdest fucking thing. On par with Sheen's I Found Your OnlyFans.
Oh no.
So apparently on Wednesday, Marco, he noticed that I wasn't there at work on Wednesday, right?
Uh-oh.
And oh god, I might have to finish up quick because we have to go to the movies. But he noticed I wasn't there, right? Basically what he did is he went up to Wally's, which is his area, it's close by, and he was just like, "Hey Wally, where's sexy Matt?" He's probably not here because he's scared of me. And he just told me that, like, okay, cool. Jesus.
I mean, you are.
Yeah. I try and avoid him at any cost after that. After some exchanges. Yeah. So, very weird. We're probably gonna have to end the podcast now.
See Spider-Verse, let's fucking go!
You guys can hear what happens with Alyssa and Lydia next podcast, whenever that may be. I don't know when it is, but next week. I don't know if I'm down to do a session next week, but I'll think about it. But yeah. Adios, Vaminitos.